So week 39 is finished. How did I feel this week? Felt really good. Week started off legs quite heavy and got better as the week went on. Today plans to run kind of 20k. It'll get me up to kind of over 90k. So look, I'm gonna add a separate video till my daily training in the description link below. Make sure you click on it and check out how this week's went in terms of training and how I've got there. And I suppose then my plan is to do one video of just how one topic for the week. So I think there's a couple of things I could start with, but I think the most important thing is mental training at this stage. Certainly this week, especially whenever things have been slightly tight, trying to get up early in the morning, trying to get to work, busy at work, so working late, just trying to get up and do it day after today takes a lot of mental strength. But then if you're thinking of anything kind of 100 miles, 200 miles, your mental strength is really gonna have to kick in at that point. For me, it's, as I said, it's the number one thing that'll get you through. You can be as physically fit as you can, but I think on a race that length, whenever things start getting really tough, if you haven't got that mental strength to keep going, it's gonna be tough. Just on my own experience last year on the Delirious West, that mental strength was kind of definitely called into. Kind of about 120k I started to pick up a niggle on my right side, my kind of shin, and I pushed on. Mental strength kind of kept me going. Look, and what caused it, that's a different story, which I'm sure I'll cover up. I think it might have been shoes and the wrong gear, but it's, mental strength was able to keep me going. It was just sore at 120k. By the time kind of 160k came, it was getting really, really sore. I felt something go on my calf, and I was using my crutch from about 160 till about the 220, 230 mark until I got to Denmark. And look, mental strength will get you so far. Mine certainly gave out at that point. I had hit emotionally low. I'd got it in my head that I couldn't finish. I'd got it in my head that I wasn't going to make the cut-off times. Yes, I could walk. Yes, I wanted to finish it for the charity I was doing. All these things, but I suppose the previous 24 hours of running on sore and then walking so long, I just broke that mental strength. Thankfully, I had a very good crew and family support whenever I got to Denmark. Other people kind of helped me out. Some really good painkillers helped as well. I suppose the best way to build that mental strength is to push through it. I've been developing mine for the last 12 years now, since I started kind of my first marathon. I could only run 3 or 4k at a time. I decided I wanted to do the marathon. Each kind of milestone of 5k, 10k, 20k was all benchmarks, and each time I broke them, it made me mentally stronger. Each time I kind of pushed on and thought I can't do it, made me stronger. Whenever I went to triathlon and the Ironman, I didn't know if I could do an Ironman, but training every day, being consistent, getting out there, it's not just for the body, it's for the mind. And that's certainly what I found. Same whenever I went to the Ultraman. I had no idea if I could do that thing, but it kind of broke a whole new level then. And that's really where I kind of seen the mental strength, how important it was. Yes, I was fit enough to do the Ultraman. My mental strength didn't really get called on too much. Whenever I decided to do the whenever I decided to do the feral pig about 6 months later, with only 10 weeks of training and very little running background, my mental strength got called into effect big time. But I suppose it's being in them uncomfortable positions that I find makes it grow. Certainly once you have pushed through a barrier, I suppose it's like the 4-minute mile thing. Whenever it was broke, everybody started to kind of break it. So it's the same in your own mind. Whenever you know you can actually do something, it makes it slightly easier. And that's probably why my second 100 miler, yes, it was a slightly flatter course, yes, it was definitely cooler, but mentally I knew I could do it. I knew what to expect, I knew how to get it. So the more you can do in training to put yourself in that uncomfortable position, not every week, not day in, day out, but it'll certainly help towards the end goal of making yourself stronger. For me, as I say, it hasn't only just helped in my training, my own life, my own style. It's made me a lot more confident. That mental strength, work, I've been able to push myself till achieve more in the work that I do. I didn't just settle for being told this is it, this is all you're capable of. I've pushed on and done other things. So building that mental strength won't only just help your actual training and your endurance, it will help general life. Life can be cruel, it can kind of kick us down at times, and it's about analysing it, moving forward, and kind of doing what you can do to keep progressing. That's what I found in the past. That's certainly the way I kind of live my life. Things don't always go according to my plans. Things aren't always the easiest, but I find that if I continue to give what I can, my 100%, it usually gets me by. Is it more important than the training? It's as important as the training. It's mental strength. Certainly, if you've no fitness at all, it won't get you there. It's possible to walk at all, I suppose, if you're a really fast walker. But for me, you definitely need to have the two. And I have found that the two build really well together over the time. The mental strength and that training goes hand in hand for me. Whenever it's cold, wet, you really don't want to go out. You're tired, your body's sore, and just kind of pushing on, it really will help. So that's kind of my thoughts on mental training. It's definitely something that can be improved. People think, oh yeah, that's okay, you're mentally strong. I haven't always been mentally strong. It is the same as any other muscle in your mind, that you can train it to be better, to push more, to push harder, to push longer, to think positive thoughts. Keep telling yourself you can do it. Keep telling yourself I'm capable of this. Keep telling yourself that, yeah, other people might say you won't do it. Just use that as extra fuel to push you on. The big thing is that you believe. If you believe, you're halfway there. So that's kind of my little spiel on mental strength. I intend to continue to build my mental strength this year. It's not the finished article. As I said in my bedtime, the 200 miler, after a little bit of a sleep for probably 40 minutes, and I don't even think I slept, I lay down, had a good chat with my family and my friends, analysed the situation, worked it out that yes, even it was sore, and even if I walked the rest of the race, which at that stage was nearly 100k I think from Denmark, I analysed what I could do. Could I walk? Yes. Was it sore? Yes. Was it gonna kill me? No. And then I kind of came up with a plan of the time that I had to achieve to do it. And it's funny because once I had took that decision to quit off the table, once I'd started to move again, yes, the painkiller kicked in for a few hours and it would have helped for a while, but after that it kind of wore off a couple of hours, or 4 or 5 hours, whatever it was, and I'd still a good 12 hours to go, so that's still a long way to go, limping and sore. But the mental strength started to grow, as I say, as soon as I'd removed that option of, I had got it in my head coming up to Denmark, I'm gonna quit, I'm gonna pull out, I'm gonna stop. And it wasn't until I kind of said, look, I have to keep moving. Once I decided that it's what I wanted, that I couldn't stop. The pain was still there, the ache was still there, but what started to return was the belief that I could finish it. The closer I got, the more that I kind of, every step that I took was a step closer. I realised that I was going to make the cut-off time. The pain was there, it didn't leave, but that belief that I could get there kept growing. And that just shows that mental strength, even during a race like that, will come and go. You'll have highs, you'll have lows. In the high times, enjoy them. Whenever you're feeling really good, enjoy it, relax, keep an eye on the pace in case you're going too hard. In the low times, same as life, just survive them. Analyse what you have to do to kind of keep moving forward, to make it count. Figure out what you can do, what you can't do. Stop, eat a bit. If you need to sleep, if you've got time, sleep, and do that. But don't wait to race day to figure all that out. Don't wait until you're kind of in that pain barrier to try it for the first time. Chances are you've probably done quite a bit of ultras if you're doing the 200 milers, unlike I probably did whenever I started. But the thing is, if you can build it week by week, day by day, every long run, the long weekends is a great kind of training tool. I kind of found it out whenever I was training for the Ultraman. I'd be going out doing 6, 7, 8 hours on the bike on a Saturday. I'd run a couple of hours on the Friday morning before work. Then I'd do my 6 or 7 hours on a Saturday on the bike, and then I'd get up and the body'd be tired, legs would be sore, mentally I'd be drained. And I'd have this little voice in my head going, Glenn, just leave it, don't do it today, just stop. But after weekend after weekend after weekend of them long weekends, that little voice eventually just kind of curled up and died. And that's probably what's led me to this point. But build it week by week. Use your long weekends, or if you do your double days during the week, or if it's just a single run, whatever you do, whenever you get to that point, whenever you're feeling tired and you're feeling, oh, this is getting hard, that's whenever it begins. That's whenever your mental training will kick in, and that's whenever you'll learn the most. So smile, enjoy it, and go, what am I going to learn today from this mental training? So look, I hope you've got something out of that. Please leave your comments and hit subscribe, hit the like button if you like this video. I would love to hear your thoughts on mental strength. It's really something that I'm quite passionate about, as I say, not just in endurance but in life in general. So please let me know your thoughts, and I hope you're out making it happen. If you're sitting on the fence about doing a race, whether it's a 50k, 100k, 200k, 200 mile, or whatever it is, just book in the race and figure it out. That's what I've always done, and it's been fun. I've enjoyed it. So look, thanks for watching again. Check out that other video if you're interested in how my trainings went this week. As I say, it's had some highs and lows, so check it out, it's worth a watch, and that'll also be in the description link below. And again, thanks for watching. So till next week, bye for now.